All right, guys, back again. Let's talk about the movie Talk to Me, which is A24's newest film. I saw this yesterday. I have really enjoyed A24's movies. I have not seen every one of them, but I've seen a good majority, I think, of the newer ones in terms of horror. Um, and I really enjoy A24 as a company. I think they're the only company right now that out of the bigger companies that are not affected by the SAG after a strike. That's pretty cool. And I really like A24, like I said. So even though that strike's going on, that's fine with me because I have so much crap to watch. I can't. It's so hard already to catch up with stuff. So this strike is a good thing for me because I really can never catch up to movies, and I love movies. I see probably 20 or 30 movies a month, and like usually one a day kind of thing. And there's so many movies that are released so quickly, and right now in the theater there's some I missed because there's so many. Mission Impossible, I missed that one straight away. It was only there for like a week or two, and I wanted to see it, but I didn't get the chance to. And now it's gone. I thought it'd be there longer, but there are so many movies that this strike is a good thing. And A24 is not affected by that, but A24 does not churn out as many horror movies. They do like a couple a year, and that's fine because, like I said, this is a good thing in terms of that strike. On a side note, but anyways, let's talk about Talk to Me, which is, like I said, the newest A24 horror movie. It is about a group of kids, Australian kids. It's an Australian movie as well. These kids who are doing dares on Snapchat where you have this hand and you hold this like hand. It looks like it's a hand that's cut off of somebody that's like a stone hand, kind of like a monkey's paw kind of thing. And they touch the hand, hold it, and say, "Talk to me," and then they become possessed or they see like a demon whenever they say, "Talk to me" to this hand while they're holding it. And then they say, breathe into me or something like that, and like they'll become possessed. And they do it as dares on these Snapchat things. And I thought that was an interesting concept. And the movie is basically just about them and the main character advancing to the point where they are getting too freaked out and possessed by this whatever this thing is. And I'll tell you what, I thought that this movie, in terms of the idea, was really good. And I'm going to say right here, this is a movie that I want to watch again, but I want to put out my initial review of it, despite the fact that I didn't love this movie. And I really do love or like all of A24's movies I've seen. And this one might be one of my least favorites so far, and I want to watch it again because I felt like there was too much in this movie in terms of dread, and that's weird to say with a horror movie because I love horror, but watching this, it felt like by the end of the movie I was really not caring. Like I thought that it had some good effective moments. I thought that there were some great possession moments. The main girl that you see in the trailers, and the poster, oh, not the poster, but all the trailers. She is excellent, and she's got a fantastic possession scene whenever they first do the hand thing with the Snapchat, and it is really effective, and she is awesome, and the actors are all good in this, and the effects are good. It is very effective, but it's weird because this movie feels like, despite that I thought it was like I just didn't care by the end, and that's just my personal preference. I don't have a logical reason why I didn't care by the end, but I just didn't. I didn't feel fully grasped with this dreadful way of how the movie feels, very dreadful, and I like that and appreciate it. The movie is very full of dread. It By the end of the movie it felt kind of exhausting, and like I said, it works with the effects and stuff and with the creepiness, but it just, I never really got that interested or cared, even though there's some great moments in it. This movie kind of cribs on a couple things like Hereditary. Not the exact same, but it kind of reminded me of something like an Ari Aster kind of thing, like that recently, that that in terms of horror that I've seen recently, not in terms of horror as a whole, but in terms of a couple things that they do in this movie with the possessions, reminds me of something like that, or something like it borrows from a lot of elements, and it's still good and it's still an effective movie, but for me it's not one that I'm going to rewatch much, even though I do want to see it again. I thought that it worked with the performances, with the creepiness, with the effects, and I felt like it probably had a really small budget, which is good. But I just didn't care, and that's weird to say about this movie. And I want to see it again to get a full grasp on my opinion, because maybe it might change. But as of now, I really didn't care, and I hate to sound like that and say that, but man, I just by the end of the movie, I was just so uninterested. And like it had moments of greatness in it. And this movie is getting critical praise, like A24 movies usually do, but it just didn't do it for me. And I wish it did. I do, like I said, I will watch it again. I don't think I'll do another video on it, but I do want to watch it again just to see how I feel about it. I'll, of course, put it on my Letterboxd again. I gave it a 3 out of 5 stars on Letterboxd because, like I said, it was effective and good in moments, but as a whole, I just was not invested or interested in it. Even though it has some great moments of greatness in it, it's just something that I sadly did not love. And like I said, I love a majority of the A24 movies, um, but yeah, it just suffered from that, unfortunately. So it's not like I'm dissing on the movie. I do appreciate these whoever did the director of this movie, whoever did it. I didn't see, but I appreciate this. I appreciated everything that came of it, but it just was not for me completely. It had moments of stuff that I liked, but not as a whole. I think that's the good way to say it. But that is it for today. I've got more videos coming up. The next one will be for Meg to the Trench, which I just saw in theaters, and I've got another video on all the non-horror new releases I've seen in theaters. So check those out whenever they are released after this, and I'll see you guys later. Take care.